was actually Andy who made the first shipping bottle in rat calling, because he was always, Andy's very artistic, you know, and he was always messing about making animals and different things. And I think he'd seen a shipping bottle somewhere, so he made one at the factory, and he made a few for people. And then he started to mess about and make the odd one for friends and things like that. One day I said to him, I said, well, why don't I go to the Lake District and see if I can sell some? So we actually made some. We made like I don't remember, we made some domes like that and some ships and bottles. And I went out to the Lake District and I called into about 6 shops, I think, at the time, just gift shops. And obviously got refused by some of them, but about 3 of them actually bought some. And that was on a Saturday. I came home, and on the Monday I got a phone call from them. They were all saying, can we have some more? So we had to make some more, took them over, and at the finish we had that many people wanting them that we gave up our jobs, and we started a company then called Northumbrian Glass. When Mayflower started making them on a machine, they were selling them for, was it $3.99, I think it was. And Andy and I started getting people phoning us up saying, why are you charging us so much, you know? And it was simple because it was handmade. Obviously it takes a long time, it's all labour intensive. And when it was being on a machine, it was just a machine making them all, so they could drop the price. Because the cost of the materials weren't the high cost, it was the labour that was the cost, you know, and that's why they were making them so cheap, because they didn't have the labour cost. And that's why China now were making them so cheap, really, because of the labour costs, you know. And then they asked Andy and I to go and work for them, for Mayflower. I think that because they wanted Andy for his design skills, really. And then I got into the export sales, and then I started going around the world selling ships and bottles, really, and I have been all over the world selling ships and bottles, really. Italy, France, Germany, Japan, America, various parts of America. Trying to think offhand. China, obviously, Hong Kong. I can't remember. That's mainly the countries. Holland. Mainly those. Oh, they were the main countries. But we were selling a lot to like Australia and places, because we used to do a lot of international trade shows around the world. So we were getting orders from Spain. I went to Spain. We used to do shows all around the world, and so we were getting lots of orders from everywhere. Russia, I did a show in Moscow. It was all with the ships and bottles, really. And they were huge. I mean, we were getting orders for like 70,000-80,000 pounds worth of ships and bottles at the time. It was huge. We used to try and personalise them for their countries, and then we actually, at one point, we developed a method of actually printing a coloured flag on glass on the sail. We used to print it with this paint that that you fired in, so it killed. So you could put the flag of the country on the ship as well. And we used to put the name plates with the different bits of information. And we used to do cards with the history of the ship, you know. So they were all like, it was something that people could buy and keep, really, you know. It was considered a quality sort of product, you know. In Portugal, we made the planet of Portuguese man of war. You know, we made Spanish ships, we made German ships. You know, we used to make the Nippon Maru for Japan. So they all had some kind of maritime history as well. You know, Australia, we used to do the ships for like Captain Cook that discovered Australia. So it was, you know, they've got the same kind of interest in them, really. I mean, we had a company in Italy called Mazzetti, and they used to do them sort of a decanter ship like that. We used to do them with loose stoppers. So we would make those for Mazzetti, and which were a big, they used to make grappa, you know, Italian grappa, it's a liqueur, and they used to fill them with a grappa and put a stopper on, box them in a really expensive box, and we used to sell thousands of ships with grappa in them all around the world. And then we started doing them with sort of other people, like Saki, and other companies were doing that as well. But the quality of them had to be good, obviously, because if it broke and all the liquid ran out, we used to do them for a whisky company as well. We used to do a cookie sark with whisky in them because there's a cookie sark whisky, and that was a big market really for the grappling market. It was huge, you know. And Russia at the time, it just couldn't, you know, wasn't communist anymore. And I think people were looking for sort of high quality items, and when they thought they were from England, it was high quality item for England. You know, we used to put Union Jacks on them and things, and people liked the idea. But again, once it started to come from China, it lasted for a while. They were happy with that, but then I think they started to lose interest because it wasn't made. They realised it wasn't made in England, and I think then again the perception of a shipping bottle went down from being a real quality handmade item. You know, people like the idea that was all made by hand, and it was, you know, it was a craftsman who made it, and all of a sudden it's made by a machine, and people lost interest, you know.